One of the easiest ways to grow your money online today is through trading and investments. Yes, long-term investing builds wealth, but short-term trading can give you much faster returns if you know what you're doing. And here's the truth. Most traders lose money not because of bad luck, but because they don't know where to buy or sell. That's where support and resistance comes in. In this video, I'll break down exactly how to use support and resistance to time your entries, set smart targets, and protect your capital. Stick with me till the end because I'll also share my pro tips that most beginners overlook. Welcome back to Trade with Rakes. If you're new here, I teach trading tips, strategies, and tools to help you become a consistently profitable trader. Don't forget to subscribe, tap the bell, and let's hit 1,000 likes on this video so more traders can learn these strategies. Without further ado, let's dive in. What is support and resistance? Support and resistance are two foundational concepts and are the backbone of technical analysis. They are terms for two respective levels on a price chart. Think of support as the floor where prices stop falling because buyers step in. Resistance is the ceiling where prices stop rising because sellers take control. These levels are shaped by supply and demand. When demand exceeds supply, that is the support level. Likewise, when supply exceeds demand, that is the resistance level. And once you learn to spot them, you'll understand where the big players are entering and exiting trades. And why do these levels work so well? It's all about psychology. Traders remember where price reversed before, so they react the same way next time. Buyers cluster around these levels of support, and sellers cluster around these levels of resistance. And that's why you often see repeated bounces or rejections at the same levels. The more often a level is tested, the stronger it becomes. Breakouts above resistance or below support tell you the market is entering a new phase, and knowing that gives you an edge. There are a few ways to identify support and resistance levels, and here are some of the ways you can spot them. One way is to look at historical price data. Look for the levels where the price has reversed multiple times in the past and use these levels as markers for possible entry and exit points. If price bounced there before, it might again. Another way is using peaks and troughs. This is very straightforward. Simply mark visible highs and lows. The higher highs and lower highs serve as resistance levels, whereas the lower lows and higher lows serve as support. In an uptrend, higher lows act as support, while in a downtrend, lower highs act as resistance. Another one is using the Fibonacci levels. Retracements and extensions highlight potential turning points. Fibonacci can be used in two ways. Fibonacci retracements helps you identify the best entry points when a trending market is retracing, whereas Fibonacci extensions helps you identify the most optimal target points of a trending market. In an uptrend, Fibonacci retracement lines act as support, while in a downtrend, they act as resistance. On the other hand, Fibonacci extension lines act as resistance in an uptrend and support in a downtrend. You can also use pivot points, which is automatically calculated from the open, high, low, and close price to derive multiple lines that serve as support and resistance levels in the market. The pivot points indicator plots 7 lines, 1 pivot point, 3 support lines, and 3 resistance lines. If a support line is breached, it turns into a resistance line, and vice versa. For instance, if there is an uptrend and the asset price breaches resistance 1, the line will now act as support, and it's great for intraday trading. You can also use moving averages to identify support and resistance levels. These act as dynamic support or resistance as price follows the trend. When you enable the indicator, it forms a sloping line from the highest peak to the lowest peak. This way, you can see which way the trend is moving. If the trend is moving up, the moving average line acts as a level of support, and vice versa. And you also have trend lines. In an uptrend, a trend line is drawn from one particular low, connecting other higher lows and projecting the line into the future. When using trend lines, make sure you have at least 3 peaks or 3 troughs before you draw your lines so that you can have a usable trend line. The uptrend line acts as the support level, while the downtrend line acts as the resistance level. Just like the moving average support and resistance levels, these levels are also dynamic. In order to establish how strong the support and resistance lines are, use a combination of these methods. And here's a pro tip. Always check higher time frames. If your 15-minute chart level aligns with a 4-hour level, that's a strong zone. Here's how to trade support and resistance. At support, watch out for how price reacts. Look for bullish patterns like the hammer candle to enter long trades. You buy here and place your stop loss just below the support zone here. This will help you close a position quickly if the price breaks through your level of support. At resistance, watch out for bearish reversal patterns like the head and shoulder or the doji candle. These signals indicate that price will reverse back downwards. So enter short trades here and place your stop loss just above resistance. When trading breakouts, that is, where price breaks through a strong support or resistance level with significant volume, you trade in the direction of the breakouts with confirmation. And at retests, this is gold. This is when price breaks a key level of support or resistance and comes back to retest that level. Broken resistance turns into new support and vice versa. That's often the safest entry. These setups helps you manage risk, find smart entries, and maximize your profits. And here's some pro tips for you. Always confirm support or resistance levels with volume or candlestick patterns to avoid fakeouts. When you have increased volume at key support or resistance levels, this suggests that a breakout is not a false breakout. And you should always check levels on higher time frames, either the daily, weekly, or hourly time frame for stronger levels. Make sure to combine support and resistance with other tools like RSI or MACD indicators or multiple moving averages for higher accuracy. And don't overdraw lines. Don't force trades at every line you draw. Focus only on clear tested levels. If you want to see real trade examples where I use these methods, check out my September watchlist video after this one. So support and resistance are powerful, but they only work if you stay disciplined. Practice marking levels, wait for confirmation, and you'll see real improvements in your trading. If this video helped you, smash that like button, drop a comment with your favorite strategy, and share this with another trader. Subscribe for more trading insights every week, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.